And if you would like a copy of the recording, just let me know in the chat. I'll be able to send you the link. I am a YouTube novice, but we put these on YouTube so anybody can get a chance to get introduced to the ideas and the movements of Tai Chi and Qigong. I'd like to welcome you all to this class. This is a class called Tai Chi for Health. It's not a martial arts class, but it uses the movements of Tai Chi and Qigong, two Chinese exercise systems, and the philosophy and principles of Tai Chi, which is also a martial art, to improve our health. We can improve our muscle strength, our flexibility, the flexibility of our joints. We can improve our balance. We can improve our mood, and hopefully we can have a little bit of fun along the way. You'll need a little space around you. We're going to take a step or two in each direction. So make sure there's nothing to trip you up, because I have only one rule in class, and that is don't fall down. So if at any point you feel like you need to sit down or lean on something, that's all fine. In fact, you can do the entire class in a chair and still get a lot out of it. So with that being said, I think we're going to begin. First thing we're going to do is breathe. A good thing to do. We're going to bring our hands down to our lower abdomen. And as we inhale, we want your belly to expand. And as we exhale, we want your belly to get a little smaller. That is, we want to do diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale and exhale. So this is to turn on the vagus nerve, to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of our nervous system that allows us to relax, to repair, to digest. It's what we would like to get into a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. Now, in this time, when we inhale, I want you to hold it at the top just for a moment. And now let it out with an audible sigh. Ah. If you feel your shoulders drop, get a little bit more relaxed. Now we're going to start moving. What we're going to do is use these movements of Tai Chi and Qigong to lubricate our joints. And that's one of the aspects of this class. Tai Chi is a very complex, philosophical, emotional, meditative thing. And we're going to be just scratching the surface using some of the basic principles of Tai Chi to improve our health. Now we're going to bring our hands all the way up and slowly, slowly down in front. We're going to step out to the side so our feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to start with a Tai Chi movement called Open the Door. Do this for a little while so I can explain what we're doing. As we inhale, our hands float up. As we exhale, the hands float down. We do a little bit of a waist and a knee softening, so we do a little mini squat. I said we use the principles of Tai Chi, and what I mean by that is we're moving slowly and smoothly, as if there were resistance to our movement by the air. You might think of your hands as moving through water. It does many things. It slows down the movement so we can make a better brain-body connection. It also gets your opposing muscles to work against each other, so you get a double workout as you do the movements. Some of the teachers say, imagine your hands floating, rising up and gently coming down. It gives you a chance to perhaps feel the air get in touch with the senses of the body. So this is a Tai Chi movement called Open the Door. It's the first movement of all Tai Chi forms. Now I'm going to progress through a whole series of different movements. Just follow along, be my mirror image. You don't have to memorize anything, but always stay in your comfort zone. We're going to modify this movement by bringing our hands up to the heart level, turning the palms up and reaching toward the ceiling. Bring the hands all the way down as we do a little mini squat. And inhale as we come up. Exhale as we come down. Again, try to feel the air. So in the surface, we're just moving our joints, getting the synovial fluid to nourish and lubricate the joints. But we're also creating connections between the brain and the body. We're now going to modify this movement. It's a Qigong movement called Support the Sky Like a Pillar. We're going to modify it. We're going to connect the sky and the earth. So the hands come up to the heart level. Now one hand goes up and the other goes down. As we inhale, the hands come together and they separate as we exhale. I'd like you to visualize that there's a cable running through your spine. And as the hands separate, they're lengthening that cable. They're stretching that cable. One of the views of Tai Chi bodily mechanics is that you're expanding your body in all directions. There's one way to visualize that. Now, if you want, you can lean to the side a little bit. Begin transferring the weight. Another principle of Tai Chi is the conscious transfer of weight from side to side. Now we're going to do a little more twisting. We're going to bring one arm out in front, the other behind, as we do the Qigong movement called the dragon spreads its wings. Now we're doing a little more of our joint movement, this time the spinal bodies, giving them a little bit of a twist that they can get expanded and nourished. Now we're going to keep our arms in front of us as we swing the dragon's tail. The next thing we're going to do is stretch the dragon's tail. So we're going to bring our hands up to the side, turning our torso at the waist, not twisting the knees. Now we're going to stretch the tail even more by bringing our back leg out, touching down. If you can. If you can't, just leave it. Always stay in your comfort zone. This movement expands the hips a little bit and begins our balance work. We're going to sync the chi. So we inhale, the hands come up, come in toward the heart, and then press down. I think we're going to start a few more balance movements. So we're going to swing, shifting our weight from one foot to the other. And we're now going to do a series of movements where we're basically standing on one leg. So first we're going to bring our heel out. First one heel, and now the other heel. Let's do that again, just the foot. Now the other foot. Now we're going to bring one hand over its foot, the other hand over its foot. Now both hands. This is the Tai Chi movement called play the pipa, or play the guitar. So while we're doing this movement, we're actually balancing on one foot while we move the other one. As we move the foot, it's sometimes called an empty step. Let's go back to swinging. We're going to do a few more of these kind of movements. Next one we're going to do is we're going to bring our toe out, but we're going to start by holding a ball. We're going to bring it to the other side. We're going to come back to holding this ball later, but now we're going to separate our hands. So we're shifting our weight from side to side as the hands are separating. Now we're going to add the foot movement. We're going to bring one foot out on its toe, same side as the hand coming down. This is the Tai Chi movement called the white crane spreads its wings. Let's do one more and then go to the other side. First, we're going to rotate that ball. Now we're going to separate our hands. So the hand that's moving up ends up with the palm facing out. The hand that's moving down, the palm faces the floor. If we were thinking in terms of how this would be involved in a martial art, we're deflecting and then we're grabbing our opponent. Now we're going to bring our foot out. It doesn't matter how far you stretch, as long as you're comfortable. You want to be bigger, that's good. If you want to be tiny, it's fine too. That's enough of that one. We're going to do a couple more of these swinging movements though, because I'm in the mood. The next one we're going to do is we're going to start by bringing a hand up in front of the face. Just looking between the thumb and forefinger. We're now going to bring the foot in on the ball of the foot. Do that one more time. So most of our weight is on the standing leg. Now we're going to raise the knee if we can. If you can't, just leave the foot on the floor. If you need to lean on something to do it, that's fine too. If you're doing the class seated, you just raise your foot off the floor. This is the golden rooster stands on one leg. It's a Tai Chi movement. And we're going to do the other side. So we start by just looking through the hand. Now we're going to add the foot, bringing the foot in. Next, we're going to raise the knee. We're going to come back and do a few more balance movements later. Now we're going to start walking in a different direction. We're going to step out to that corner. We're going to push the mountain. It's another Tai Chi movement. So we're shifting our weight from the back leg to the front leg. And as we do it, we're turning our torso. The main reason we're doing that is so that we bend our knees in the appropriate angle and not twist them. Because we're doing a little bit of a lunge and then a squat as we come back. So we've pushed the mountain. Now we're going to bring our palms together, swim back as we part the clouds. Now, if you want to coordinate your breath, you exhale as you come forward and inhale as you come back. This allows you to focus on the breathing from the diaphragm again. Now we're going to reverse direction, bring the back of our hands together. Now scoop down and pull back. Feel a little twisting in your arms as you're doing this. Gets a little bit that synovial fluid moving differently. This is the mama bear gathers her cubs, Qigong movement. I've really begun to like the tiger climbing the mountains. We're going to do that one next. So we're going to reach forward as we come up with our tiger claw, and the other tiger claw as we step back. So Adam Potts had a little discussion about the claw movements in his last class on Tai Chi for balance. He described the making of the claws as a good hand exercise. And the tiger, the claws come out. If you do leopard claws, they bend in even more. So you can do leopard claws if you'd like. I think we've climbed enough. We're going to do the butterfly now. So we're going to lunge forward and bring our palms up, and then do a bow as we come back, trying to keep our spine straight. Now we're going to sit back, and we're going to go to the other side, do the same series of movements, assuming I can remember what they were. We're going to do push the mountain first. So we're transferring our weight from the back foot to the front foot. This helps teach the brain where our body is in space. Proprioception is an important part of balance. Now we're going to part the clouds. So we bring our palms together and swim back. Now you can make these movements as large or as small as needs be. Just stay in your comfort zone. I feel a good stretch when I bring my arms back, but what you don't want to do is hurt yourself in exercise class so you can't exercise the next day. Okay, we've now parted the clouds. Now we're going to gather the baby cubs. Back of our hands together, scoop down. And now the tiger is going to climb the mountain again. So as we move forward, this tiger claw reaches up, grabs the earth. The other tiger claw comes out. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to do the butterfly. I guess that's the opposite of a tiger. The butterfly being a nice, gentle being, and the tiger being a more fierce one. Of course, I don't know on the insect level how you can say an insect is fierce or passive. And we're going to come back in. We're going to sync the chi. I think we're going to do a brush knee and push. So we're going to bring our arms to one side, bring our opposite foot in. We're going to do our little dance. So this is a one-legged squat. Actually, 2 feet are on the floor, but one is bearing more of the weight because we're going to take this leg and we're going to step out to the side or the corner, whichever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to have the hands do the same kind of movement, but the hand that was coming in toward the ear now pushes against an opponent's chest. The hand that was coming down toward the floor is now ending up next to the knee, next to the thigh. This brush knee and push, another Tai Chi movement. So all of these movements, you can think of them as bringing force from the earth into your body and then pushing forward. That is Newton's laws of physics saying there's an equal and opposite reaction to an action. When we press against the earth pushes back, and we have extra force to be able to apply to an opponent. And we're going to leave our arms on one side. We're going to do our dance and go to the other side. Here we go, stepping out to the side, brushing knee and push. Now, I tend to speed up as I do these, which is exactly the opposite of what we would like to do in Tai Chi. We want to feel that resistance of the air, to be able to be slow and smooth and continuous in all our movements. So we have now brush kneed and pushed. I think we're going to go a little bit higher in the air. We're going to go up to the clouds. So as we're shifting our weight from side to side, our hands are moving up and down. Our torso is turning at the waist, so our hands appear to be moving side to side. This is waving hands like clouds. It's a moving meditation. One can just stand and do this for minutes on end and use it as a time to get into your body, trying to get external pressures, to ignore them or get them outside of your consciousness. And we're going to add some footwork now. This is a Qigong method of doing waving hands like clouds. When we add our footwork, it becomes the Tai Chi movement. We're going to start by moving in that direction. We're going to step outward as the hand moves across the face. Bring the other foot behind. Do it again. I'm going to do this a few times in each direction. That was 2 steps. I said we needed 2 steps in each direction. That was the 2 steps. We're going back now the other way. That was 2 the other way, and now we're going to take the other 2 steps. And this allows me to talk about the conscious transfer of weight from foot to foot. We're actually balancing on one leg as we move the other leg. Similar to when we were doing the standing on one leg, with a white crane spreading its wings. But here we can actually think about it as we're doing the movement. This is sideways Tai Chi walking, if you'd like. We're going to go back the other way, get back into the middle. Now we're going to close our fists, these storm clouds. We're going to do, the monk lies his head on a pillow. This is one of the few movements we do where we actually lean. In Tai Chi, we try to keep our bodies vertical. That means they're more stable and less likely to be knocked down or pulled over. But here we're just tempting fate. We're getting our body to know its limit to be able to be off balance. And we're going to go the other side now. One could think of this as elbow strike back fist. There's actually a Qigong movement called Release the Butterfly, where we grab a butterfly and release the butterfly. This is a little more hand flexing and opening. And now the other side. think we've done enough clouds. Let's go up a little bit higher. We're going to go to the moon. And first, we're going to hold the moon. I'm going to take the moon to the other side. Now we're going to toss the moon. We take one hand away and raise the moon up to the sky. We're going to bring our other hand back in on top, and it goes down as we raise the moon, becoming the Tai Chi movement, parting the wild horse's mane. This is another one of these movements which is like a standing meditation. You can watch your hand as it rises. Feel the air between your fingers. Just get in touch with your feelings. Focus on the present moment. And we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So we're going to rotate the ball, rotate the moon, toss it into the sky. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Now, if you want, you can take a wider step. If you want, you can actually take the step every time you do the movement. Whatever's comfortable for you. Now we're going to go take that moon. We're going to take the moon for an orbit around the Earth. So we're going to step out to the corner, reach forward, and bring it back. This is sometimes called the Qigong movement of stirring the Qi in reverse direction. Going to come back in. We're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So we step out to the other corner, take that moon for an orbit. So as you reach out, you can feel your muscles saying, yes, I like that movement. Maybe it says no, so do it a little bit smaller. Listen to your body. While we've got the moon in our hands, we're going to do another Tai Chi movement. We're going to step out to the corner, rotate the moon, and push. And this is the Tai Chi movement with a lovely name, The Fair Lady Works the Shuttle. So we're deflecting upward and pushing. So if someone's coming at us to punch us, we deflect their punch and push. Now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. So we take the moon, we rotate it, shift our weight, step out to the corner, rotate and push. We're going to come back in. We're going to sink the Qi. We're going to do a couple more balance movements. This one we're going to do first, just flying. Now we're going to try to raise one foot off the floor. Not very good at this one. This is the crane. And now we're going to do it on the other side. We're going to sink the Qi. We're going to get our feet a little wider, shoulder width apart. And while we're doing birds, we're going to do another couple of breathing exercises, ending up with a bird. So we're going to start by bringing the back of our hands together, raising them up shoulder high, and then the hands come out. This is the Qigong movement called the fountain. Now, if we point our fingers up, and if we go straight up as far as is comfortable and spiral our hands out, it's called silk reeling. The spinning of the silk coming from silkworm's fiber package. It'll come to me. We're going to come back, we're going to do the fountain again, but then we're going to modify it. We're going to come up doing the fountain, but now our palms face each other as they come down. Hands are going up and then coming down. Doing a little squat as we do this. And this is a bird. This is the falcon. Spread its wings. That's the falcon in flight. Let's do one more. Now we're going to do one more balance movement. So we're going to start by swinging. And we're going to do a kick. So we're going to bring our hands in front of our chest, crossing the wrists. Now we're going to bring our foot in on the ball of the foot. So that just the foot again. Now we're going to raise the knee. Just raise the knee again. Now we're going to point the knee where we want to kick. I'm going to kick in that direction. Now I'm going to kick my heel. Notice I didn't kick it very high. Now I'm going to separate my hands to hopefully have a little better balance while I kick. So this is the kick with heel. It's one of the easier kicks in Tai Chi. So there are hard ones too. So it's not that easy, but it's certainly easier than the harder ones. We're now going to do the other side. So we start by crossing our wrists. Now we're going to bring our foot in. We're going to raise our knee. We're going to point the knee where we want to kick. We're going to kick with the heel. We're going to separate our hands. So the slower that you can do this, and the longer you can stand on one leg, the better. But my only rule in class is don't fall down. So only do it as far as you're comfortable doing it. All right, we've done our kick. I'm going to do sink the chi. And just as a breather, we're going to repulse the monkey. So we're going to be facing forward as one arm goes down behind us, up, and comes forward, palm to palm with the other hand. As we look over our shoulder as the arm goes back, and we look forward as the palms cross. So this is the way you do the repulse the monkey in Qigong. In Tai Chi, you actually step away from your opponent as you do it. So as one hand comes forward, the other foot goes back. One hand comes forward, the other foot goes back. That's our 2 steps. It's as far as we can go. So we're going to come back and do the arms again. Repulsing the monkey. So many teachers say we're trying to calm the monkey mind. Which is a good thing to do. Although if you're a monkey, you probably want to keep your mind. So we're now going to sink the chi. And we're going to do a couple of steps forward and backward. So I'm wearing my punch t-shirt today, so we're going to do our punch. We're going to start by doing Tai Chi walking. And I talked earlier on about the conscious transfer of the weight. And here we can demonstrate it more carefully. If we put all of our weight on one leg, this leg, lift the other one, bring it forward, place the heel down very gently, the toe down very gently, and now shift the weight over that foot. Putting all the weight on this side now. The other foot can come forward. And if you want, you can balance yourself for a second. Now we're going to bring it forward. Place the heel down, the toe down, and now transfer the weight. We can do one more step. Now we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to put all our weight on this leg, bring the toe back, gently put it down, put the heel down. We still have all our weight on this front leg. Now we're going to transfer it back. Keeping our body vertical, we can now bring our foot up. Now it goes back. Transferred the weight too fast that time. Toe, heel, now transfer the weight. So that's the way you can do a Tai Chi step, forward or backward. We're now going to add a punch to it. So we're going to bring our Tai Chi fist, which are very loose fists, as if you were holding a rose with thorns in your hand and not getting pricked. We're now going to step with our heel, our toe, and as we transfer the weight, we punch. We're going to come back in. We're just going to do it in a standing, do a one-step movement. So heel, toe, punch, and back. Heel, toe, punch, back. Let's do two more. Now, if any of you have viewed any of the YouTube classes by Dr. Paul Lamb, in his warm-up exercises, he actually does that punch as a warm-up and sometimes kicks as he punches. So if you want to try that, go to one of his online classes, which the first one is always free. So you should give that a shot. So now we have done that punch. We're going to do one more punch. We're going to widen our stance. This is a horse stance, and we're going to come down on a squat. I don't know if a horse would call it a squat, but this is how you might sit on a horse. I can speak with authority because I've only sat on a horse one time in my life. We're now going to punch. We're going to bring our hands in, and as we exhale, we're going to throw a punch. And as we inhale, we're going to flare our fingers, bring them back. This is punch with fierce face from the 8 pieces of brocade. It's an 8 exercise series of Qigong movements. It's over 1,000 years old. And it has a beautiful name, and it just has some interesting exercises. They are designed to have soldiers warm up before maneuvers. This is one of the things that they do. We're going to do one more of their activities. We're going to shoot the golden eagle, or we're going to fire a bow. We're going to start by bringing our hands crossing at the wrists. Now we're going to take an imaginary bow, open it up as we squat, shoot an arrow. Come up, inhale, open that bow, exhale, shoot. Sometimes called the archer, sometimes called shoot the golden eagle. So if you like golden eagles, It's just the archer. We can be shooting at a circular target. I'm going to do one more. Come back in. Next, we're going to do another bird movement. Not an eagle, but this one will be the catch the sparrow's tail. It's a 4-part movement, so we're going to do each of the 4 parts separately and then put them all together. We start by holding a ball. We bring our foot in on the ball of the foot. We're going to step out to the side. And now the hands separate. The hand that was on the top of the ball goes straight down. The hand that was at the bottom of the ball moves parallel to the earth away from us. It's called ward off. We're shifting our weight from the back foot to the front foot, turning our torso as we do it so we don't hurt our knees. We also look down, make sure we don't go too far forward. Make sure you can always see your toes. And now we're going to go to the second point. First one was ward off. Second one is pull back. So we scoop our hand up to the shoulder level and arc down toward the floor. We're redirecting our opponent's movement, redirecting them away from us onto the floor. Part 2. Part 3 is press. We bring our palms together, and as we lunge forward, we press our hands together. Getting back in position, we do it again. And one more time. That's the press. And finally, we push them out, just as we did earlier in class. So if we put those all together, it's called catch the sparrow's tail. So we ward off, pull back, we press, and we push. Let's do that 2 more times all together. Ward off, pull back, press, and push. Coordinate the breath. You can inhale as you come back, exhale as you ward off, inhale as you roll back, exhale as you press, inhale as you roll back, to exhale as you push. Now we're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. Again, 4 separate movements, few different times. So we're going to ward off. Now we're going to pull back. This is sort of a yield movement. Next is press. Finally, push. Putting them all together, we'll catch that sparrow's tail again. What we're going to do with the sparrow, I don't know. We're going to first ward off, pull back, press, and push. Inhale to come back. Exhale to ward off. Inhale to pull back. Exhale to press. Inhale to get in position. To exhale as we push. Do that one more set. Ward off. Pull back. Press. And push. Now we're going to come back, sync the chi. We're going to do our centering exercise. We're going to bring our hands up to our waist, palms facing up. As we inhale, one hand rises slowly, slowly up above our head, and then slowly, slowly down the center line. Inhale. Exhale. An excellent opportunity to make sure you're breathing from the diaphragm, focusing on the here and now. Let's do one more. We're going to bring our feet back closer together, bring our hands to our lower abdomen, check that breathing. You're not going to be thinking about how you're breathing throughout the class, but when you get a chance, try to make sure you're breathing from the diaphragm. It makes a world of difference how your body responds to the movements. It can help you expand your body into the space around you, make you more connected to the earth. I'm going to take a big breath. I want to thank you for participating in that Tai Chi Qigong flow. I'm going to do a few cool down exercises now to delineate the end of class. We're going to start by doing spinal cord breathing with a crunch. So we're going to inhale and arch our back, bring our shoulder blades together. And as we come forward, we're going to curl our back inward, bring our elbows together, and do a crunch and a Kegel. So we're tightening our pelvic muscles, our floor muscles, and our abdominal muscles. So we inhale, exhale. You can actually make an audible exhale. It gets that crunch, even more force. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to do Dr. Paul Lamb's 3 cool down exercises. First, the tapping of the thighs. Get that circulation back in the big muscles of the upper legs. I like the tapping so much, I tap everywhere. I need blood circulation, especially in my brain. The second cool down exercise is tense and release. It's a modification of progressive relaxation. So we're going to inhale and tense all the muscles that we can without pain, and then exhale, relax those muscles. It's to get our bodies more aware of tension and relaxation so we can distinguish that throughout the day. So here we go. We're going to inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Last time, inhale and tense. Exhale, relax. Then the third and final cool down exercise is the big breath. Inhale and exhale. Do 2 more of these. I want to thank you for participating in the class. I'm going to stop the recording now.